The future is hidden behind tall grass. So collective, that's what I saw when I picked up the energy behind your cards. And this is a general reading for all signs, by the way, is I saw tall grass. Now, tall grass, especially with the star card, leads me to believe that the future is hidden. Tall grass obscures what you're trying to see. Like, you can't see behind tall grass. And that's exactly what the star card talks about. It talks about twists and turns in the timeline, and kind of like ending up in a place where you never thought you would end up after all those twists and turns. Now, some people with the King of Cups reversed are not happy with the direction things are going. The King of Cups reversed is somebody who's just who's grumpy. He doesn't like the situation. And it could be that he's grumpy just because he can't tell what the future brings. Or it could be that he's grumpy because he knows what the future brings and he doesn't like where it's going. Let's see what other cards are on top, actually. Wow. So these three cards, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. And that is the fear behind the King of Cups. It's like he's grumpy because he can't tell if all the effort that he puts in now is going to pay off or going to make any difference in the future, which is still hidden behind the tall grass. Okay. So let us, on the bottom though, actually, before we pull Oracle cards, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is saying patience. It's saying, don't jump to conclusions. Don't expect the worst scenario. And there is a little bit of expecting the worst scenario here, because it's almost like the King of Cups is dwelling on the worst possible scenario. And I don't think the worst possible scenario is going to come to pass. It's just that the King of Cups is very invested. Like the Page of Pentacles is putting in a lot, putting in effort. So it's like, I put in this effort, and got so far. Nine of Wands is getting really far, but is it going to matter? I think this could be political, especially in the United States, the politics. We're getting really close to the election, and there's been a lot of effort on both sides to try to win the election. So this could be hearkening to that, but it doesn't have to be just about that. This could be talking about things on a big scale and also things that are going on in your personal life. So let's go ahead and pull Oracle card. Anything else here for the collective, for all signs? Anything else? All right, so now the card that came out first was Cancer reversed. That's a feeling of not being safe, of not feeling safe, because Cancer is all about safety. The crab hides in its shell, right? But being reversed, it's feeling exposed, and it's feeling exposed by the fact that we don't know what the future brings. And then looking at the cat with the number 7 and the hand, being extra cautious because of the fact that we don't know what's going to happen. And I'm going to pull an extra card on this hand because the hand seems a little strange here in with the rest of these cards. Let's see what we get on the hand. Tell me specifically about this hand. Yeah, it's like the people who are concerned about the future are being extra careful with everything they do. Like the people they interact with, what they do, the social circles they involve themselves in. There's just a sense of everything you do being really regimented and carefully considered, because there's a really heavy, but it's also heavy. The number 7 is a number for weight. So there's a sense that all this extra carefulness is actually creating a weight in your life, or in this person's life. Like I said, because this is a collective reading, you could be seeing people acting like this around you. This isn't necessarily you, because it's general reading, but you're going to be seeing people who are super cautious, who are acting extra cautious because they have no idea what the future brings, and that's just the angle they're coming from. They feel unsafe. These people feel unsafe, and that's just where they're coming from. Let's pull advice and see what you should be doing. I mean, how you should be handling these people, what you should be doing. If you guys are in fear of the future, let's see how you can prepare for it, or if you should be in fear. Maybe you shouldn't be in fear. Let's see what comes out for advice. Any advice here for the collective? Any advice for the collective? Wow! The Hanged Man with the 7 of Swords. This is like doing it to yourself. This is like all the pain that you're suffering. It's like you're putting yourself in this position, always wondering, always being careful, always expecting the worst. I don't know what's going to happen. It's torturing yourself. It's literally all just torturing yourself. It's fear-mongering. It's living your life in fear. Living your life in fear based on just a perception. The Hanged Man is a perception, and almost by choice. Like the Hanged Man, a lot of times the Hanged Man can escape, but he chooses, it's like he can't escape until he actually realizes that the knots are loose, I mean, the 7 of Swords is just a straight up lie. It's deceit. It's self-sabotage. And it's, in this case, it's the lie you tell yourself when you expect the future to be the worst possible imaginable future, and you live your life in fear, always super careful, super cautious, and everything you do has to be like considered because you just feel unsafe. That's no way to live. I'm sorry, but that is just no way to live. Whoever is living like this, that is no way to live. That's the advice from the cards. Let's see what else they're in. Any other advice here? The collective? Wow. The king with the wall reversed. I mean, it's kind of like saying, like, you are king. You're fine. Everything's fine. You're on top of your game, the king. These people are on top of their game, the king. They're just expecting the worst. And maybe even they bring it on themselves. The wall reversed is somebody who isn't stable. Somebody who isn't, like, firm, doesn't have confidence in themselves. And it's like you bring instability to yourself by always questioning the future and expecting the worst. It's almost like eroding away your own confidence in yourself, ultimately. And then the wall reversed is a sense of not feeling safe. So it's like, you guys are safe. You're safe. That's the advice is, no, listen to my voice. You're safe. And if you're dealing with people who are acting from a place of fear, tell them they're safe. Tell them they're safe because I said so. You know, because they need help. They need somebody to encourage them, because I think they are living in a place of fear, but they don't have to be. On the bottom is Libra. So you're going by the facts. The Libra is the facts. It's not like this person's stupid or uneducated. It's just that they listen to the facts. It's almost like the news. It's like if you watch the news and you're like, oh my God, everything's going to hell. And you're always so careful and cautious. It's like, well, I mean, you can't always believe the facts. I'm not saying disbelieve the news. I'm not saying the news is fake. I'm not saying there's fake news out there, but I am saying take things with a grain of salt, okay? Take things with a grain of salt. It's not as bad as it seems. Libra, things are more balanced than they appear, and you are not unsafe. And that's the message. All right, collective, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to check out Patreon. With that, I'll see you next time. By the way, if you guys are enjoying my videos and you want to support the work that I do, support my channel, you can go to Patreon and become a member, sign up. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. There's love readings, there is monthly readings. So go and check that out. Show me some love. I would really appreciate it. Here we go.